Gunnar and Balto waited at their stop in Bluff. They were going to run 31 miles from Bluff to Point Safe. That was the second to the last part of the race, but the storm had slowed things down. Gunnar had been waiting for 2 days. He did not sleep. He wanted to be ready to go as soon as the medicine arrived. At last Gunnar heard dogs barking. The medicine was here! He put it on the sled with a small stove and a little food. Then he hitched up his dogs. Balto stood proudly in the lead. Gunnar cracked his whip. Marsh! Mush! He cried. That meant go. The team ran out into the snowy night. At first the team made good time, but soon the snow drift blocked the trail. The dogs sank up to their neck in snow. They could not move. Some began to panic, but not Balto. He stayed calm. That helped the other dogs while Gunnar dug them out of the snow. At last the team was on its way again. Then the team crossed a frozen river. The dogs and the sled slipped and skidded on the ice. Oh, no! Over went the sled. Gunnar got it up again, but the medicine was gone. Wildly Gunnar dug for the medicine. He could not see through the heavy snow, but at last he felt the package. He put it back on the sled. The team kept going across the river. Suddenly Balto stopped short. Mush! Balto! Shouted Gunnar, but Balto did not move. Then Gunnar saw why. The ice was cracking. If the team fell into the river, they would all drown. Balto had stopped just in time. Smart dog, Gunnar told him. Then he saw that Balto's feet were wet. If they froze, Balto would never walk again. Quickly Gunnar unhitched Balto from the sled. He led the dog to a patch of powdery snow. Gunnar rubbed Balto's paws in the powder. They were dry. They soon were dry. Balto was ready to go once more. Balto led the team around the cracking ice. At last they reached solid land again, where they still on the trail. Gunnar had no idea. The snow blew so hard Gunnar could not see his own hands. But Balto had ran this trail many times before. Now it was all up to him. Finally the storm died down. Gunnar saw a point safe just up ahead. Balto! Balto did it, thought Gunnar. He couldn't wait to warm his hands by a cozy fire. But all the lights were out at Safe Point. Was the next driver there? Gunnar did not know, and there was no time to find out, so Gunnar and Balto did not stop. They had never been so tired, but they raced on through the night towards Nome. It was just before dawn. The sky began to glow. In the town of Nome, everyone was sleeping. Gunnar and his team pulled into town. They had made it! Balto was too tired to bark. They had been on the trail for 20 hours straight. They had driven 53 miles. Gunnar took the medicine to the doctor. The doctor was surprised. He thought it would take 15 days to get the medicine, but Gunnar delivered it after only 5.5 days. Thank you, Gunnar, said the doctor. You are a hero. Balto is the hero, said Gunnar. I could not have done it without him. The doctor went right to work. He gave the medicine to all the sick people. In a few days they would be well. The town of Nome was saved. All over America people cheered for Balto. They read about the bravery in the newspaper. Balto was the most famous dog in the world. A year later, the people of New York City put up a statue of Balto. It still stands in Central Park. Lots of kids play on the statue. They remember Balto, the bravest dog ever. And I gotta say one thing, just add my remark. And we too can be brave through this hard time. So stay strong, and keep praying always for people too. Be blessed, and I will see you next time on Big Daddy's Story Time.